Hi, hi. Thank
Hello.
you guys so much for joining us today. It's so nice to see a few familiar faces. Thank you guys again. Thank you. Today we are going to have this amazing event. As you guys can see, we have Katie from at Wholehearty from Instagram here with us today. And yeah, we're going to be showcasing some awesome meals that you guys can definitely recreate at home because it's very easy and you can find everything at Jewel-Osco. So yeah, we're showcasing some products that are good for you, good for the earth, and all of them are part of our Celebrate Earth program. And like I said, you can find everything at Jewel-Osco. And normally we would host these type of cooking events in store and have freebies for all of the guests, but now because of COVID, it has been pushed back a little, and now we're doing them virtually. But that's all right because it gives you guys more of a chance to join us. And today is our second event from our event series. So be sure to follow us along and join in. Like Katie said, if you guys have these ingredients, join us. And yeah, I also wanted to mention two more things. We are going to be recording this cooking class. And so we would like for you guys to obviously show your faces. We'd love to see you guys, but we understand if you're not comfortable. And also we have the chat function, which Stephanie has already started to put tons of great information on there. And she'll also be posting a lot of really great information throughout this event. But please keep it PG-13 over there, PG. We'd love to have you guys join in and chat with us along, ask questions throughout this event. Katie would love to answer them, or myself. So feel free to use that throughout this entire event. And if you guys do ask a question, we will be giving away a $50 Jewel-Osco gift card at the end of this event. So all you have to do to be entered to win this is just ask a question on there and we'll go ahead and answer it for you. And again, we'll be doing this towards the end of today's event. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Katie and we'll get started.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome. I am Katie Hardy. I am a mind body coach. I was certified by Duke Health in integrative wellness and behavior change. And I also have functional nutrition training from Mind Body Green. So this is like the perfect setup for today. We have such a variety of food. And even though I'm super into health and wellness, that doesn't mean that I eat kale all day. That's why you get to see all of these crackers and popcorn and rice and juice. Like, we have such yummy, yummy treats today. So I'm going to be cooking three different things, three different segments. We have a breakfast segment where we're going to be doing a yummy yogurt parfait. And then we have a snack segment. So we're going to show you some fun stuff we can do with some salty snacks. And then we have a dinner segment, which is perfect because I'm basically going to be making dinner and then eating it. So that's what we have today. And Jessica is going to be cooking right along with me. So it's going to be fun to kind of tag team while making these things.
Yeah, I'm so excited because ever since I saw the menu, saw the recipe, I was so excited to give the lentils a try. I have not tried this one from Tasty Bite yet, so excited to be cooking along with you and learning.
Yes. All right, perfect. Okay, so let's start with the yogurt parfait. So what we have here, and I can show you the box too so you can see it more. So you guys are probably really familiar with Stonyfield. So Stonyfield organic, no high fructose corn syrup, no added sugars. They have just really, really good ingredients, no artificial flavors or sweeteners. And what's really fun about these two is, I mean, whether or not we go back to school in the fall or not, you can freeze it the night before and then put it in the kids' lunch boxes. And by the time lunch happens, they won't be as frozen. So it's perfect. So we're going to make parfaits out of these today. So I have a cute little cup, and I'm kind of thinking like a kid-friendly parfait. So, but I mean, parfaits are good at any age. But what's fun about these is we're going to start with the pouch here. So we have the Stonyfield yogurt pouch. And this is, what flavor am I using? I have berry. What flavors do you have, Jess? Mine was like a berry cherry combo. Do you have that same one?
Yep, so I picked up the berry. So there's 4 berry in there and 4 cherry. And I'm more of a berry person, so I was like, I'm going to use this one.
I like that. So what we can do is just take your pouch, and you're first gonna do half of the pouch in your cup. So, or I mean, if you don't have a cup with you, you can do a bowl, that's fine. So you know what? I might even go crazy and do a full pouch in this cup. So just do the full pouch. And maybe you can even mix the flavors and do like cherry and then berry.
Ooh,
All right.
I love that.
No, right? Okay, so we have that. Now, the next food that we are highlighting today is this gluten-free granola from Bakery on Main. So there is very similar here, gluten-free, no added sugars. They like to call it kind of grain-ola. So 10 grams of whole grains per serving, kosher, non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free. So all of the healthiness here. So we are going to sprinkle this on top of the yogurt. One of my favorite things to do with this is, I mean, I've obviously eaten like half of it since I bought it, but I love sprinkling it on top of smoothies. So if you guys are smoothie fans, this is really, really good for that. Also like on top of like oatmeal or added into cereal. It's, I mean, even on top of ice cream if you kind of wanted a crunch. So we're gonna sprinkle that on top of the yogurt. And then I got some strawberries at Jewel too. So all of these foods here are from Jewel-Osco. I can literally walk to the one down my street, super convenient. So I cut up some strawberries in advance so you guys didn't have to watch me cut up strawberries. And so we're gonna put that on top of the gluten-free granola. So you have the yogurt, the granola, and the strawberries. And then mix it up. So I used berry for the first yogurt, and now I'm gonna use cherry. And then you're gonna open that up. There we go. And then, oops, make a nice pretty mess. That's why it's fun to do this with kids too, you know, they can kind of like do this with you. My husband took my kids to the park so that they weren't running around crazy during this time, but do it with your kids, they'll have fun. So I did another layer of the yogurt here, and then we're gonna sprinkle granola on top. Oh yeah, make a nice big mess.
Starting to look so good.
Yeah, right? And then you take your strawberries and then sprinkle that on top of the parfait. And here you go. See? Pretty. It's just kind of a fun way to eat all these things, you know? If you're gonna have it for breakfast, rather than kind of like, I mean, you're all gonna mash it up together at some point, but to make it pretty to start, and like doing it with your kids to make it fun. So what do you think, Jess? Yours looks great.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I love how yours came out because you could actually see the layers. I messed up a little, but it still is so delicious. It looks delicious.
Yeah.
And this is something I'll definitely be doing with my niece. Like she could pour in the yogurt and then I'll do the rest, but it looks so good.
Yeah, I like it. And you can even do it for an afternoon snack, I would think too, you know?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
This looks like it came out of a restaurant, like you got it at a restaurant. It looks so good.
Okay.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Please do.
I am very interested in the content of salt in those products. Can you tell me that?
What was that?
How much salt? How much salt in the products? Mm-hmm.
Question. Okay. So if we look on the Stony Organic for sodium, 35 milligrams, so that's only 2%, so that's really low. And then for the gluten-free granola, 10 milligrams, 1%. Pretty good, right? Great question. All right. Well, that was great. I need to take a picture of this, so I'm not gonna dive in, but I'm gonna like, pick at the granola off the top. All right, any other questions?
Is there a lactose-free version of the Stonyfield yogurt?
That's a really good question. I don't believe so, but I don't know. Yes, anybody know?
There is actually for the smoothies. There is a lactose-free smoothies, and there's different varieties that you can be able to get.
Cool.
Yep, and they're all gluten-free, non-GMO. Most are, and just promoted that this weekend actually. Well, yesterday.
That's so great.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really delicious.
Awesome. Good. I'll check for that one next time too.
Perfect. And then to be entered in the $50 gift card question giveaway, it does need to be in the chat so I can write down your name. So just keep that in mind. Thanks, everyone.
If you ask a question, just go type it in the chat so you can be included. Okay, so we've got the yogurt parfait done. Now it is snack time. Move this out of the way. So for snacks, we are going with, again, like, even though my kids are obviously not in school right now or even camp, when they come home from school, it's like a second lunch. Everyone is starving at like 3 o'clock no matter what. So, including myself. So one of my favorite things that we get to share today is Skinny Pop. Yay! So I have the butter flavor, and I grab butter because we have a snack like after dinner. If we're all watching, we're like watching the Harry Potter movies right now. So if we're watching a movie, or if my husband and I are watching Netflix, we are, what are we watching? Oh, we're watching The Last Kingdom lately on Netflix right now. We have like movie butter popcorn, but it's so much better for you. So what flavor do you have, Jess?
So I have the twist of lime, and I believe this is a newer flavor. But I love popcorn, and so I love switching it up and like getting different flavors. So like Skinny Pop, the kettle version is so delicious. I love the butter one, so good choice. And I'm so excited to give this one a try.
Oh my gosh, that twist of lime looks so good. So let's see here. There are only 39 calories per cup for Skinny Pop. Non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free, great peanut-free, tree nut-free. So what's awesome about that, guys, is like when you start getting back together, like social distancing parties, and they sell these actually by individual bags as well. It's a way to share with others who might have sensitivities, right? A gluten intolerance or a nut allergy. The Skinny Pop is a really easy way to share. Preservative free, no artificial ingredients or flavors, a good source of fiber, which is really important, 0 trans fat. The kettle Skinny Pop is really good too. I want to say that was like the first kind I ever tried.
Yeah, and this is so delicious. I also wanted to mention, like, this is the first time I tried this twist of lime because it's a little newer, and it honestly tastes like you just squeeze fresh lime juice over the popcorn. It tastes so delicious. And I did see a question. Someone mentioned if this was already in Jewel, and it is. I purchased it at Jewel yesterday. So you guys can definitely head to your local Jewel and check it out. Pick up a bag of the butter or the twist of lime. It's so good.
Really good. Or the kettle too. They really do. I think there's, you know what a flavor I really like is salt and pepper. There's a salt and pepper.
Yes. That's
really good. Yes, and my friend Laura Shepard's on here, and she just said she loves all the gluten-free choices. Her husband is gluten-free, dairy-free. So whenever we know they're coming over, I'm always like, all right, Jewel, what do you got for me? You know, I need to make sure that has everything he needs when he comes over. So yeah, and sometimes this is really good to mix with like nuts too, like popcorn. If you're having a snack, like something a little bit more, you can throw like some cashews in there for some fat and protein to help kind of fill you up. It's pretty good. And
yes.
Question. I had a question. I have a little boy, my grandson. He loves popcorn. And I think this one is a good chance to give to him. But do you have something like sweet, like they had caramel or something? The flavor?
Kettle Skinny Pop.
Yep. Oh, okay. That one? Okay.
That's what I would recommend. Anybody else on here for like from the sweet flavored popcorn? I think Kettle has like the sweetness to it, right?
Yes, so that's the exact same one I was going to recommend. When I'm feeling like I need to taste like a snack that is a little bit on the sweeter side, I usually gravitate towards the kettle flavored Skinny Pop.
Yes, and actually, I just happen to have the nutrition facts of the kettle Skinny Pop right here. So there's only 56 calories per cup and less than 3 grams of sugar per cup. This is the lowest for the RTE kettle popcorn choices in the category. So that's really awesome. And same thing, non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free, peanut-free, tree nut-free, school-safe snack. Yeah, so if and when we go back to school, this is a safe bet to bring in because you can't bring in anything, like at least in my district, nothing homemade, nothing with nuts, preservative-free, no artificial flavors or ingredients. Man, and it's still so good, right?
Yes, so much flavor. I love that.
Okay, so moving on from popcorn, but still in the salty snack category, this brand was actually brand new to me that I found at Jewel. So these are Good Thins. So my flavor is jalapeno and lime. So what flavor do you have, Jess?
I have the same one. I was so excited to give this one a try.
Yeah. So this one I'm excited about too. And I think the other flavors I saw there were like sea salt. I think there was a pepper. Oh my gosh, somebody did, yeah, Mary, add M&Ms to the popcorn. Yes, that sounds amazing. Definitely nice for like the sweet and salty combo.
Oh yeah.
Right? So for these Good Thins, what I think my favorite thing about them, not only that they're gluten-free, but 38 of them is a serving. Like, that's a lot of crackers for a serving, right?
Yeah, that's definitely more than a handful.
I just love the chili lime combo. So what I'm excited to do with these, besides just kind of eating them as a snack, dipping them in hummus would be a nice combination, right? Because you kind of have the corn, like the starch from the cracker, but then you'd add some protein and fat from like the chickpeas and olive oil and whatever hummus you buy. And Jewel has like a million flavors of hummus.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, cheese and crackers, right? You can't go wrong with the simple cheese and cracker.
Yeah, I think so. This would be like so good for a charcuterie board, a meat and cheese board. I've seen a lot of people do like picnics, obviously social distance picnics, and this would be a great addition to that board.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that is such a good idea. So more stats on this brand. So it's called Good Thins, and they're certified gluten-free, non-GMO, project verified, made with real ingredients. No artificial colors or flavors, no high fructose corn syrup. So this jalapeno and lime rice and corn snacks, they're made with zesty flavors of jalapeno and limes. So just really, really great all around. I'm excited about this one. And you can even, let's say you're making like chili or a stew, or actually the lentils that we're going to be making next, you could even dip these in that and kind of use these, right?
Love that idea.
Yeah. Let's see. Are there any questions on this one?
Let's see. Oh, perfect snack for the kids. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for all 38 pieces, only 2 grams of fat, no saturated fat, no trans fat, no cholesterol, 180 milligrams of sodium, but that's at 8% of your day. 24 carbohydrate, some fiber. You get 1 gram of fiber in there. No sugar, no added sugar, and 2 grams of protein.
Yeah, and I think these taste so good. You could definitely taste the flavors, the jalapeno, the lime. And someone asked if they're too salty. These are not salty. Like I didn't get that taste, but they do have a sea salt version. So if you want to stay away from salt, maybe gravitate towards this one or one of the other flavors that they carry.
Yep. Yeah. Super good. Okay, guys. I think, oh, wait. So after we had our salty snack, you're probably thirsty, right? So what I'm excited about here too, Lakewood Organic Pure Concord Grape Juice. So mine is the grape juice. What do you have, Jess?
I actually got the Lakewood Organic Pure Pineapple. Pineapple is like one of my favorite juices. So I had to snag this one.
They really do have a variety. I saw cherry there, I think, as well.
Yes.
Super, super good. So as you'll see here, I mean, depending on whether you're going to drink this or if it's for the family, there's so much flavor. So if you feel like it's even like a little, and this is not from concentrate, but if you feel like it's a little too dense for you or your kids, you can always water it down a little bit. But man, this juice is really, really good. It's 4th generation family owned. And I was thinking about making some popsicles with it, you know, like pouring them, like right? And making little like ice cubes and sticks in there and making popsicles out of them. I don't know. What are you thinking with your pineapple one?
Yeah, that's such a good option. I love that popsicle idea. But I love drinking pineapple juice in the morning with a shot of apple cider vinegar. So that's what I normally would drink the pineapple juice with. You would think like almost every morning drinking it with apple cider vinegar, I would get sick of it, but no, this is so delicious, guys. And I wanted to point out that this little bottle actually has 2 to 3 full pineapples in here, which is insane. And that's one of the reasons why I love getting this one from Lakewood. It's organic, it's 100% vegan, like Katie said, no preservatives, and it's just so good.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's awesome. And same thing to a lot of the brands that we've been talking about today. Lakewood organic juice, kosher, gluten-free, non-GMO, preservative-free, allergen-free. So just really, really delicious. And I'm really excited about it. It's really good too. I know I keep bringing this back to kids, but when you have friends come over, like the kids' friends come over and like all I have in my house is juice and milk and they think that we're like the boring healthy family, it's nice to have a juice that I like respect and admire and recommend to give to the kids so that they can have a little fun, you know?
Yeah, and what I actually loved is that at least my Jewel-Osco that I went to, they had like 2 to 3 full shelves full of different flavors. So maybe you're not into the cherry flavor, the pineapple, or anything like that, but they have so many other ones. Someone mentioned the apple one and the orange flavor. Like, they're all so good.
Yeah, really, really, really good. And again, 0 grams of added sugar. So any sugar that's in here is just natural sugar from the fruit itself, which is huge. You don't really see that all the time when it comes to other juice brands. So super good. So that was our snack segment. Should we move into dinner?
I'm excited. I am ready for it. Let's do it.
Okay, guys, so we're actually going to be like cooking and using the stove here. So I'm going to heat up my stove. Now, I prepped a little bit before here. So here, first, before we start cooking, I'll tell you kind of what we're cooking up here. So Tasty Bite, love this brand. We are going to be making their Indian Madras lentils. And I cannot tell you, when I have been posting these on Instagram this week, how many people replied saying, I eat those too. They're so great for work. And I said, yes, that's when we used to be going into the offices for work. I would bring these into the office and literally microwave them and eat them out of the bag. You can bring your own Tupperware, but even during COVID right now, if you're 100% from home and you just have like a really busy day, or you don't feel like putting together a salad, or you just don't know what to have for lunch, you legit take 60 seconds, microwave it, eat it, and you have a meal. It's really, really good. And then we have the brown rice with it too. So do you have the same 2 things with you, Jess?
Yep. Yes, I do. I'm so excited to give this a try.
Okay, cool. So Tasty Bite, I can tell you guys a little bit about them too. Well, here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these here, and then we're going to mix them with La Preferida. We have green chilies to mix with them, as well as La Preferida taco seasoning. So it's going to be a nice, like spicy, again, lunch and good for dinner. So while we're kind of cooking this up together, we'll tell you a little bit about all the brands. Cool? All right, so let's start with, so I have some olive oil in here. So we're going to take the olive oil and put it in the pan just to kind of get it warmed up. And I cut up some onions before we started. So just like, you probably only need like 1/4 cup of onion. So you're gonna add that to the pan with the olive oil. So my husband is gonna be mad that I don't have the oven vent fan on while I'm cooking, but that would be too loud for y'all, so don't tell him. All right, so we are going to, so we're gonna mix together the olive oil and the onions. And again, these, the Madras lentils are really good all on their own, but it's kind of fun to just mix them up with other things, right? Like the green chili,
yeah,
really gonna add some flavor. And the taco seasoning too from La Preferida organic, that is what's going to bring out the flavor too. So the two that I have right now are the green chilies and the taco seasoning, but the organic ones, that's what you have, Jess, right?
Yes, I have the organic ones over here.
Awesome. So with the organic taco seasoning, no MSG, no artificial preservatives or added sugars, totally kosher. Just a lot of flavor. So the organic taco seasoning too, cumin, onion powder, chili powder, paprika, garlic powder, sea salt, just a lot of natural flavors and herbs in there. So, okay, so we have our onion and our olive oil going. So now we're gonna take these green chilies, and you can really use them to your liking. If you want a lot of spice, you can dump the whole can here in, or you can just kind of scoop out, I don't know, maybe like a third or half. It's kind of up to how spicy you want it. You're gonna start mixing those together. Now, let me turn this down a little bit. All right, it smells really good here. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
There too. And then we are going to take the taco seasoning. And I don't know about your taco seasoning, Jess, but mine has an awesome recipe on the back for beef tacos. So I love when you buy something and they give you recipes with some options.
Yeah, it might be the same recipe because I have beef tacos too, but I love that because it just takes like the guesswork out of dinner. And maybe you headed to the seasoning aisle and picked this up first. You're like, oh, I know what I'm making today.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I love that. You're like, oh, while I'm here at Jewel, I can just pick up everything that I need because the recipe's right on the back.
Yes.
Similar here too. You don't necessarily need to use the whole entire packet of seasoning here. It kind of depends on like how much you're making and how spicy you want it. So I have a thing where I really don't follow recipes to a T, like 2 tablespoons, maybe I'll use 3, you know? So I feel like recipes are foundational and you really kind of base it off of how much you want of each thing, like garlic,
Yes.
you know? So for the seasoning here, it's kind of up to you, again, how much you want. A little goes a long way. And again, if you're making it for kids, they might not want it too spicy, but maybe just a teaspoon is perfect. So maybe start with a teaspoon of the organic La Preferida taco seasoning. Start with that and then kind of see if you want to add more. Alrighty. Okay, so we've got the olive oil, we've got the onions, we've got the green chilies, we've got the taco seasoning. All right, so in the meantime, so we are going to pour the Indian Madras lentils from Tasty Bite into the onion and chili mixture here. But we're also going to be mixing in the Tasty Bite organic brown rice. And these only take 90 seconds in the microwave. So I'm going to microwave mine now. And then we can like put the rice in the bowl and then mix the lentils with the chili mix and then put the chili mix and the lentils on the rice. How does that sound?
That sounds perfect. I love that they give you the option of doing either the microwave or stovetop version.
Yeah, if you look on the back, exactly. So it just says to tear a pouch 2 inches to vent, microwave for 90 seconds, and you're done. So my microwave is right here. I'm gonna microwave these to kind of show you the different options how to cook with these foods. So here, 90 seconds. And Tasty Bite, all natural, vegan, gluten-free, no MSG, which again, when you see a package like this, you might think that there's gonna be ingredients in there that you're really unfamiliar with, right? No MSG, no preservatives, totally kosher. The ingredients, so tomatoes, onions, chickpeas, sunflower oil, coriander, garlic, ginger. I'm a huge ginger fan. Spices, salt, cumin, chilies, turmeric. Just so much awesomeness. Super delicious, really full of flavor. Natural, good for you, good for the earth.
I agree. And there were so many different like flavor options that Tasty Bite had. So I know that was a question. Do they have any other flavors? Like maybe you're not a big lentil person. There were other different varieties at Jewel-Osco. And I love that because I haven't tried this one and I had tried other varieties. And so I was excited to give this one a try.
Yeah. So next time you're in Jewel-Osco, hop into that that aisle that I think it was in the aisle with like the soups. You can see all the variety. I was so happy to see. I was familiar with this one already, but I didn't know that they had the rice that was so easy to make in 90 seconds. So I don't know about you guys, but I probably always have like a bag of brown rice in my pantry that's like 5 years old because I don't really know how to make rice. It'll like the instructions will say like, grab your rice maker. I don't have a rice maker, you know, or you want to have dinner ready in like 90 seconds. And rice takes so much longer to make. When you finally look at the back and it's going to take like 45 minutes or an hour, that's what's so great about here's my microwave. This organic brown rice from Tasty Bite. It's just so easy. You're microwaving it and you're done in 90 seconds. So
yes. And I think you had mentioned like it's such a great meal for like a lunch option to take to work and pop it in the microwave at work and just have it for lunch. It's so convenient.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a bowl and I'm gonna put the brown rice in the bowl first. So it's gonna be kind of like, not really layer it, but just the base of the meal will have the brown rice, which is, you know, one of the reasons why Health Nuts might recommend brown rice over white rice is there's more fiber in there and it won't spike your blood sugar as high. So I am going to layer that first in the bowl. And again, it's really dependent on like how hungry you are, for how much you want to put in. So I'm going to layer that in here first. And then I'm probably going to put a little bit more in there, to be honest. All right, beautiful. And then I'm going to turn off the oven. I'm pretty sure I have everything in here, right? The olive oil, the onions, the green chilies from La Preferida, the organic taco seasoning from La Preferida, and then the Tasty Bite Indian Madras lentils. So now I'm going to pour that into the bowl on top of the organic brown rice. It smells so good, you guys. So mine looks like this. Sorry, I'm probably like speeding through here. Do you need more time? Or are you good?
No, you're good. You are good.
Okay. Cool. And then you can either kind of, you know, eat it together or like mix it all up. But I'm excited about this. And again, it's really, you can kind of taste test it and decide if you feel like it needs more spice, then just add more taco seasoning or add more of the green chilies. Let's see here. Yep, so these are La Preferida mild green chilies. They're diced. And you have the organic ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's, oh, you know what I forgot? Okay, wait, I forgot about this, guys. I put some Greek yogurt on the side too. And you can either take sour cream or Greek yogurt and you can top it off. You know, sometimes like when you're making a taco, you want like a little bit of sour cream or Greek yogurt. So that'll kind of add like some cool smoothness to it as well. See? Cool. All right. Ooh, I love that from Rosa. Adding some veggies. Totally. Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
I would add, we have the green chilies in here, but I would say red or green bell pepper, definitely. I love sneaking riced cauliflower into like everything, especially kids, because you really can't tell it's there or what it is. Actually, like cooked chopped carrots would be good in here too. What do you guys think? What are some other vegetables you might sneak in here? Maybe just broccoli. You don't have to sneak it at all. Really good. Tomato, Colette. Mary, I like that. So you can also wrap this up. So in Jewel, in the aisle that has kind of all of the taco stuff, there's tortillas in there. You could always make a burrito and wrap it up. Guys, you guys have so many good ideas. Yeah, shredded kale, raisins and dates to make it a little sweet. Yes, I love all these ideas.
This is so delicious.
Really, really good.
Wow. Perfect for lunch or dinner, but for us, we're having it for dinner.
Yeah, definitely eating this for dinner, and really filling too, you know? So if you've had a really hectic day and maybe you haven't had a lot to eat, or if you ate light, like this is perfect for when you're like, all right, I need a real meal right now, right?
Yes.
Carry me. If it's at lunch, something that's going to carry you into the evening. But yeah, it's definitely filling, lots of fiber, you know, from the lentils too. So I'm a fan of this. All right. Oh, and if you have your Glutens,
That's right.
yeah, you can dip it into the lentils, and it's kind of like a chip dip. Really good. Yeah, with the jalapeno lime, it's got some good spice to it.
It's so delicious.
Yep, spicy things, super good for your metabolism, right? It kind of spikes it up. A, and B, when you eat spicy things, it helps you feel more full. Lots of good reasons to try it. Are there any other, okay, nutritional values? Let's see here. Lentils are typically known for their protein and fiber. So yeah, 5 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber, which is awesome. Total carbohydrates, 16 grams, 5 grams of fat, 0 trans fat, 5 milligrams of cholesterol. Really, really good. And yeah, same thing for Tasty Bite. You can either put them in the microwave or on the stove. Other flavors, do you guys know what the other flavors of Tasty Bite might be? So many.
I know for sure they have so many. Wow, it was like, I think that one also had like 3 shelves worth of variety of flavors, but they definitely had the different varieties of rice, and then they had more of these like ready to go meals. Top of my head, I know that they had more lentil options, other bean options. So you guys should definitely check them out. I'm telling you, Jewel-Osco can hook it up for dinner or lunch with these Tasty Bite meals.
Yep, I agree with you. I'm gonna need some of my juice to balance out the spice. Well, I think we pretty much have all of the, I have a nice mess going on here, but we made these 3 awesome things. So we did the parfait, which was a great combination of also like smooth and crunchiness, right? So we had the Stonyfield organic yogurt in here. Again, no high fructose corn syrup, no added sugars. Super, super good. Fun to make with the kids for the pouches. That just makes it fun for them to squeeze out. And we had the gluten-free granola from Bakery on Main. Same thing, gluten-free, no added anything, no added preservatives or added sugars. And then you can have fun with it and top it with fruit or even additional nuts, whatever you want to do. And bonus points for making the layers distinguishable, but you definitely don't have to. So then we went into our snack segment, and that's where we had Skinny Pop, big fan favorite. So we talked about all the different varieties and the wonderfulness of it not having too much, like the butter flavor is not having that big, heavy, you know, cholesterol, heavy butter, like from the movie popcorn. It's nice and light. Your lime flavor, which I'm definitely gonna go look for when I go grocery shopping tomorrow. And then all of the fun things we talked about adding to the popcorn if you wanted, like nuts or even M&Ms for a nice snack. We also had these awesome Good Thins, which were also kind of fun to dip in the lentils. So you can have these with hummus or avocado. Yeah, this jalapeno lime was an awesome flavor. And then topping it off with our Lakewood organic pure Concord grape juice for mine, the pineapple juice from Jess. So many fun things you can do with this. And then we got into dinner, which we just wrapped up, lunch or dinner, with the Tasty Bite organic Indian Madras lentils. So we cooked those up with onions and the green chilies from La Preferida. So organic green chilies and organic taco seasoning. And remember, there's an awesome little recipe on the back of the organic taco seasoning, and the organic brown rice. So man, we covered a lot today. You guys had some really awesome questions too. And ideas.
Speaking of questions, guess what time it is? All right. who is ready for the $50 gift card giveaway? I know I am. So these are all your questions and everyone who asked, so thank you. Before we do this, do we have any last questions for our guest of honor?
I want to ask you the difference between a regular product and the organic. It's too big difference in the price?
For the La Preferida?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Jess and Katie, you guys can compare just the two items that you guys have. I know that Katie had the normal and Jess had the organic. So if you guys want to read nutrition facts, but I know the organic has like it's just normal ingredients, so it's exactly what you think. It's pepper, turmeric, it's everything like that.
Yeah. And did you ask, was your question about, if your question was about price, I think the price difference, is that right? Or
yeah, I think that was one of the other questions as well.
Yeah. You know, isn't it crazy that for like healthy foods might cost a little bit more? So anything organic, you're going to pay a little bit more for, but that's because of all of the work that goes into the certified organic, that certification. Like whenever you're growing anything, you have to make sure that there's nothing within a certain amount of miles near it to get any sort of chemical, whether it's like a pesticide or anything over top of it. So whatever you buy that's organic, you know, it's recommended to go organic so you can avoid any sort of chemicals that might have even like blown over from one field to another, or that farmers might be using on the things that they're growing. But it's true, you will be paying a little bit more for the organic version.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So let me write down this last name and then we can get started. All of our recipes will be on our Eventbrite, or you can email Stephanie at GT Universe and I can send that to you directly, which I'll put that in there in a second. But otherwise, this was a great event. Thank you so much, Katie, for joining us and cooking with us. And Jess, thank you for always hosting. So without further ado, drum roll, please. It's not very much of a drum roll, but all right, what do we got? And our winner is Mary. Awesome.
Congratulations, Mary.
Hey, you win $50. So I will private message you here while we close up the show. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Yes, this was so great. I hope you guys all hop over to your nearest Jewel-Osco and pick up like all the variety of flavors of all the stuff we talked about today. So yummy.
Yeah, thank you everyone that joined us and whoever cooked along with us. And if you didn't cook along, no worries, save that recipe and you can recreate this another day, but I am ready to dig into this.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out, and thank you to all these wonderful brands. We're so excited to cook with them and eat them because, again, they're good for you and good for the planet.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, everyone have a great rest of your night, and thank you for joining us.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye. Thank you.
Bye.